Tonight we're reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Cabin Fever. Alright, so what happened last time? Alright.
The extreme sports sticks were just carrots.
Right. And they took the energy drinks out of the school, right?
And they put the watering can beside the watering pot.
Right.
Which was a dumb idea.
It was. I agree. Alright. Alright, here we go. The reason the school stopped selling Rowdy Ride was because teachers were complaining that the red dye was making kids hyperactive. And if you
What's
walk
hyperactive mean?
it means high energy. Like sometimes you all get hyperactive when you're jumping on the furniture and doing stuff, running around the house, and they'll tell you to go outside and burn some energy. So that's kind of what that's an example. All right, and
Hyperactive?
yes. And if you walked into my classroom after lunch, you'd see what they were talking about. But when they stopped selling Rowdy Ride, people who were used to drinking 3 or 4 cans a day were totally unprepared to go cold turkey. In fact, some of the kids ended up having to go down to the nurse's office because they had the shakes from withdrawal.
What's shake? From withdrawal?
Well, when you get addicted to something,
What
Yeah.
addicted me?
oh, I say, you're killing me tonight, buddy. All right, addicted means that you can't do without something. So if you like sweets, it means you're addicted to sugar. Okay, or you can't go a day without sugar. All right, and the withdrawal, okay, withdrawal is a side effect. That's something that a side effect is something that happens because of another event. So, for example, these kids have the shakes because they're not getting their sugar that they're used to. So that's withdrawal. Okay.
Okay.
Can I read my story now?
Yep.
The school wouldn't bring Rowdy Ride back no matter how much people complained. But the other day, Leon Goodson snuck in a backpack full of Rowdy Ride he had brought from home and sold cans for $3 a pop. At recess, a few kids who bought Rowdy Ride from Leon ducked behind the school and slurped down their drinks where no one could see them. But one of the recess monitors, Ms. Leahy, got suspicious and went back there to see what was going on. Aha!
Oh no, I figured.
Ms. Leahy told everyone that they had to pour out their drinks immediately or she'd report them to the principal. But the second she was gone, the kids took off their shoes and sopped up the puddles with their socks.
What?
One of the reasons the school has been getting on us about eating habits is because the presidential fitness test is coming up where they measure you on all sorts of stuff, like how many sit-ups and chin-ups you can do. Last year our school was in the bottom 10% in the country, and I guess the school is trying to do anything they can to turn that around. Grown-ups say there's a big problem with kids in our generation being out of shape because they don't exercise enough. But I don't think taking away our playground equipment is really helping matters. In one part of the presidential fitness test, they check to see how many push-ups you can do in a row. The girls in our class did better than the boys, but that's only because the girls get to do an easier kind of push-up. The boys have to keep their whole body straight and go all the way to the floor and then all the way back up again. But the girls get to let their knees touch the ground, so they have a huge advantage. Not all of the girls were happy that they got to do easier push-ups than the boys though. In fact, a couple of girls signed a petition saying that they demanded to do the same kind of push-ups as the boys. I'm pretty sure I know where they got that idea. In social studies, we're learning about different ways people throughout history have protested to change things they weren't happy about. You doing all right?
Yeah.
Why are you think the girls were expecting a big fight out of Mr. Underwood, but he just told them that they could do regular push-ups if they felt like it. So now we're all in the same boat.
My dad.
What?
I thought his name was Mr. Underpants.
I bet you did. Let's see. I thought that petition was a good idea, though. I figured
Where
us
are
boys.
you?
Please stop interrupting me. Hey, have a seat. Have a seat.
Keep going.
Right. I thought that petition was that petition thing was a good idea, though. I figured us boys should be allowed to do the easy push-ups if we want. So I wrote a petition and tried to get signatures. But I got a bad feeling when I saw a group of guys who wanted to sign my petition, and I decided to just drop the whole thing. Yeah, they look a little bit. All right. A couple of weeks ago, we had to do sit-ups during phys ed, but I got cramps and asked Mr. Underwood if I could just do the rest of my sit-ups as homework. He said that was okay, but he wanted proof that I did them. So the next morning, I got some of Mom's mascara and drew a six-pack of abs on my stomach.
What?
then I made sure I had my shirt off when Mr. Underwood walked through the locker room. The next thing I knew, though, I had a bunch of copycats, and the following day, half the guys in my class showed up with their own fake six-packs. But some of those guys were really awful makeup artists. Still, I think we had Mr. Underwood fooled, at least until we got sweaty and the mascara ran. Alright, we'll stop right there.
Well, that was the dumbest idea ever.
Yeah. Boys do silly things, y'all know that.
Hey.
Alright, we'll read some more tomorrow, alright? Good night, boys.